Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're waiting behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The defense blitzed. They got to him, but a good job. He just hung in there, took the hit, completed the long pass.
Everything's not going to be perfect every time you throw the ball. You're not going to pick up every blitzer. You're not going to be untouched in the pocket. Remember the Rams of the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
They always asked their quarterback to be the last line of blitz control, which means stand in the pocket, take the hit, and deliver strikes downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Right there, hurt. Read.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Hey, check that.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Cardinals.
In motion left comes Williams.
18, Pioneer.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Come on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's Marco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Look at 19. Go check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0 from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
When we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Packers 28, Lions 7.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
19 right.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Hunter Henry brings it in. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, Hurts. And he will find his man on the outside. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Come back team. Come back team. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing is Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
19. Drop 60. Drop 60.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Hunter Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So timing up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Final shot before half for Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Back to 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Eckler now between the tackles. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they got a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I will continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are back within a score. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And Watson has it right side. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
When you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
70 Rangers. Go, Reed, go. Warriors, 17. 19 tight, 79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that,
touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, 26 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
42. Lions 20. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Waters. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, complete. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, take 26.
Now Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Packers 56, Lions 20.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat in the drive when we get at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading